Shakespeare in the Park is straight up magic. Like last summer, I was doing my warm up before a show and had like a full on, like, gave my monologue to a squirrel. And I swear he sat there listening.
I think that, Lady M is often seen as manipulative, and Mac is often seen as someone that's just going for ambition. And I think you and I are playing it. We are finding every ounce of love that we can within these characters.
It's really been such a reflection of, like, us as a team. And I mean, honestly, I can't tell you how many times we have shared situations that we have been in, like, in our personal life.
We haven't killed anyone. Just
no,
to put that out.
100% no.
Hi, welcome to Behind the Bardcast. My name is Drew Parker, and sitting right across from me is my wife. She is playing Lady Macbeth. I am playing Macbeth. And we thought it would be fun to ask each other some fun questions.
And my name is Meredith Parker.
Did I not say your name?
No, you did.
I just said my wife.
You just said your wife.
Man.
Well, Lady Macbeth isn't given a name in the play either, so I guess that fits.
Well, I guess that leads directly into the first question. On stage chemistry.
Uh-oh.
What do you think the key is to maintaining strong chemistry between us on stage, especially in intense roles?
I think, truly, this is the fifth time. I was thinking about this morning. This is the fifth time that you and I have worked together as actors and co-collaborators, but it really is the first time that we're playing a married couple.
I played your dad.
Yeah, Drew has played my dad. Fun fact. We played a couple before, but it definitely wasn't as intense. I think just being a married couple and having, I mean, truly, since we got these roles, we have been prepping for this. And so the privilege of having your scene partner also live with you, and kind of know how you operate as a human. Like, you don't have to build that in. You don't have to build in the trust. You don't have to build in, there's none of that, like, walking into the rehearsal room awkwardness. It's, and
Well, I don't know about you. I feel awkward sometimes.
well, at least not within, like, the relationship. But, yeah, and it's not to say that we're Lady M and Mac off stage, because I don't feel like we are, but we bring certain aspects of at least how we relate to each other. Like the other day, you were saying to me after the banquet, you were like, oh man, I was really feeling like...
That's exactly how we fight.
Well, no, like yeah, we've had, like, oh yeah, when we've had big fights, like big fights, like, okay, this is interesting because these are the type of feelings it's bringing up in me when we're having a fight in this scene. And yeah, so having chemistry, I don't know. It's just, I haven't had to fake it, I guess.
Yikes.
No, this is good.
You want to switch it up?
Yeah,
put me in the hot seat?
Switch it up. Let me see. Okay. Memorable moments. Can you share a particularly memorable moment from rehearsals or performances that stands out to you in this production?
Yeah, absolutely. To me, the depth of the emotional context of this couple was really brought forth by the Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow speech. And there was a rehearsal that Jeff approached me and said, look, I would like to have one of the witches bring your wife on, and that when you find out that she's dead, that you see her. And that was all he told me. And so when the rehearsal actually came about, Kate, who is playing which one, escorts you on, and right after Seton says, the Queen, my lord, is dead, there you were. And for the very first time, it really sunk in on me what losing you would be like. And maybe this goes back to chemistry as well, but not just in the play, but in life in general. And that monologue itself, it started to have a whole new meaning for me. And it has become, and this is, I think, another question that we were given, it's become my favorite scene in the play. It's the one I feel most connected to. And when she escorts you away and I see you walking away from me, and then she puts you under her cape and you're gone, out, brief candle. It creates a really honest, visceral reaction in me that gives me more appreciation for you on an everyday basis, that I still have you here every day. So yeah, not to bring the room down too far, but yeah, that is my most memorable. Do you have one, or should I put you in the hot seat?
You can. I mean, I guess most memorable moment, or I guess favorite scenes. I don't know. I have a lot of favorite scenes with you. Most of my scenes, I was looking through, most of my scenes are with you. I think almost every single one except for 2. I think there are 2 scenes that I'm in that you are not in. And one is I'm greeting Duncan to our home. Very short little scene. And then the sleepwalking scene, which I do really love. I really, really love that sleepwalking scene. It was the one that kind of gave me the most anxiety when I was cast, just because it is such a famous scene. And once I kind of had my little nervous breakdown about taking on this like iconic role and how am I going to do this and make it my own. And once I got past that, I'm really enjoying developing that scene, and really kind of where it's living right now. Yeah, and I think it brings a lot of honesty, a lot of truth to Lady M's experience, to my version of Lady M. But in terms of scenes that we're not in, I gotta say, Connor as the porter is one of my favorite scenes ever. He's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Here may you rest your goose. Oh, it's the best.
I was singing to the same line.
And then honestly, the Malcolm Macduff scene, I have personally, I don't know, many Shakespearean fans may hate me for this, but I have found that to be one of the longest, and I don't know. I don't want to use the worst scenes in the canon. It's just so long. It's so it's definitely
that's Shakespeare and his great wisdom giving me a nice long break before the huge Act 5.
That's great, but it's a very long-winded scene. True. I've done this show before. I've seen productions of this show before, and it is the scene that I'm always like, oh boy, here we go. All right. And our production, gotta say,
it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's heartwarming. It's heartbreaking. It's the levity you need. It's energized. Aidan McCracken, who plays Malcolm, is just wonderful in this. Craig Esther, who plays Macduff, wonderful. Sarah Wolf, who plays Ross. It's just the 3 of them in that scene, top notch. One
Wonderful.
of my faves.
Absolutely. Let's move on to returning to Shakespeare Royal Oak. What's it like to return to this production after previous experiences here? I know. How many have you done now?
I believe this is my 4th.
Oh my gosh.
And I think it's your 4th too.
Yeah.
Although it's only our 2nd that we've been in together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Together, last summer we were both in 12th Night. Mm-hmm. I played Viola, Drew played Feste. In 2015, I played Helena in All's Well That Ends Well. And in I believe it was 2012, either 2011 or 2012, I played the minstrel in Summer Sonnets, the daytime show. It has been such a joy to return to SRO, especially in these roles. Getting to do this with my husband, it's such a gift, truly. And then SRO itself is such. I mean, it's the 25th anniversary. People ask me about it, and I'm like, no, it's straight up magic. Shakespeare in the Park is straight up magic. You're backstage, you're waiting to make an entrance, and you look up, and there's the cicadas in the trees, or last summer I was doing my warm up before a show and had like a full on like gave my monologue to a squirrel, and I swear he sat there listening, like. And there's just nothing like it, and it's not just us as actors, it's the whole team behind. I mean, the crew is extraordinary, and everybody's like right there with us. It's the people coming, bringing their lawn chairs. It's, my parents come every year and they're bug masks, like prepared against the elements. Like, it's very sweet. It's very fun.
It's funny, yesterday when we were doing the tech sounds and we were bringing the lightning and the thunder, nobody knew if it was actually real or if it was one of the tech sounds, because
there was like an approaching storm potentially coming, and we were all like, uh-oh, what's happening? But that's the reality of, like, you never know. Like, I have obsessively been looking at the weather app since like July 1st. Obviously, we're not going to know until next week, but I'm like, I don't know. It's been a rainy year, like, knock on wood. Hoping for none of that. But no, it's such a joy to return to SRO. It's also such a joy to return to this play. I performed in this play 14 years ago, playing one of the witches and all the little boys and one of the gentlewomen. Like, I played Macbeth's son, I played Banquo's son, Fleance. And it's just been, I don't know, I never really saw myself as a Lady M, and it's been such a joy to be able to really dive into this role, and specifically with my husband as Macbeth. Like, he is my favorite actor ever. Like, anybody asks me, I'm like, no, you don't understand. He's a great human, but like, shoot, if you see him on stage, like, he's magic. And so getting to do this with Drew has been it's been a gift.
Thank you. Thank you, my love. You want to throw one at me?
I do. Yes, I'm going to put you on the hot seat.
Right on.
Wait, what's it like for you returning to SRO? You didn't answer that question.
It's been great. No,
Hamlet?
Really.
Listen.
Yes. Yeah. And I seem to be going in these 10-year spurts. So Much Ado was about 20 years ago, and then Hamlet, and then just last year with Festi, and now coming back for this one. It's been interesting I can actually kind of track the progress of my career based on the different times that I have been here. I do remember Much Ado. Diana Van Fossen directed that one, and Jeffrey Sherman also came in and helped a lot. And Jeffrey has passed since then, but I learned so much from the two of them, and that cast as a whole. And many people from that cast have gone on to further careers. And then doing Hamlet with Ed was really life-changing, and it was kind of one of those Mount Rushmore type roles. It's like climbing a mountain. So I would say the Hamlet, and then Festi last year was just great fun. It was just incredible fun. But then to come back to a role like Mac, people ask me if it's fun, and I don't know if I would say that those type of roles are fun. Like, once I found out about auditions for this, I started preparing back in January. And so I've been with this play for a few months now. And it's not the easiest play to sit in, as you know. And we've been working with it for a long time. And I'll wake up and I have lines going through my head, not just my own, but other people's. It's really as if the play is haunting me. But I really liken it to climbing a mountain. It's a challenge that you put out before yourself, that you say, can I actually do this? And then, as you were saying, to have my biggest partner in life then there as a support system that's going through it, and you, I think even more than chemistry, it's that trust that you and I have with each other. And I can come to you after rehearsal and say, I'm feeling this way or that way about it, and my body's hurting and my soul is hurting, and to have you be there a comfort, and that has been a real show of partnership. Mm-hmm. And I think that we are bringing that to these roles, is the partnership. I know one of the questions coming up is how our interpretation might be a little different than some of the previous, than other Lady Macs and Mac. And I think that, Lady M is often seen as manipulative, and Mac is often seen as someone that's just going for ambition. And I think you and I are playing it. We are finding every ounce of love that we can within these characters. That we are each other's greatest partner in greatness, as they say.
And it's been very intentional in our approach with that. Like, I think we both tend to dive deep. Like, I refer to myself as a honey badger because I do. And you're the same way. There's no surface level when it comes to preparation and figuring out who these people are. And so I think we both really did a super deep dive into as much of a 360 perspective as we could get on these characters, so that they are human beings, full dimensional beings, and they're not cliches, and they're not can't really be summed up in one word. But I do think, what you were saying, really, really prioritizing the love and the partnership in this couple is that, I think, is very also true with us. Mm-hmm. We are such a team with a capital T offstage, that translating on stage, I don't know, but that's been easy for me.
100%. And it's been easy to apply that directly to these roles. So that, Mac is forced into a horrific act, convinces himself to do it, you convince him to do it. But more than it being a selfish reach for a crown, I want to give this to you. And you say something very similar as Lady M, that this is something that you should be. You have earned this. They each want happiness for the other, and I think that's the tremendous tragedy in the end, that both of their souls are corrupted by this act of murder. It is something that neither one of them had, I think, taken into account before the murder is committed. And if we start off at this great place of love and giving in the very beginning, then it gives us this great hill to fall from. Instead of it just being two selfish villains going about it. We have joy, we have love in the very beginning, and by the end you see that we're no longer talking to each other, and that partnership is really fractured.
And we're very much a team at the beginning. Most of our scenes, even your scenes, it's us together. And then I have watched the track of my character, Lady M. It's all these scenes with you, where we are so close. And then even just in not only our blocking, but the way we speak to each other as the show goes on, there's very clear separation. Mm-hmm. Until my final scene on stage is you aren't even there.
Yeah. Luckily, I get to still have you there for tomorrow.
As a ghost.
What else we got on that list?
How does our real life relationship influence our performances? We've kind of gotten into that. And do you find it challenging to separate the two when needed?
I was actually talking to Brian about this the other day, just about partnership and how, if we had, let's say, a rough day in the morning together, how just being a pro and coming in and kind of shelving that when you get to rehearsal, that's just part of being a pro. But specifically in this play, where we have to connect at these levels, that, in all honesty, it can be challenging. And I remember somebody saying, if a couple can survive the Macbeths, then that couple is strong forever. And I meant this in all honesty. I have never been more in love with you truly than in prepping for this show.
It's really been such a reflection of like us as a team. And I mean, honestly, I can't tell you how many times we have shared situations that we have been in, like in our personal life.
We haven't killed anyone. Just to put that out.
100% no. But like, for example, we did like during COVID lockdown, we did a...
We were homeless.
We were camping. Okay, we quarantined in Wyoming. Then we were camping. We did this all. We traveled pretty much the entire United States. We didn't go to the Northeast, but we went like all over the West. We saw like so many national parks, all the way out to California. Like we were out in Palm Springs. Then we were down in like Key West. Like we went through like Louisiana. I mean, we went everywhere. And we've done a couple like cross-country trips at this point, but like we did this all in a Nissan Versa. And if anyone knows how small that car is, it's very, very small. So like, I mean, how many times have you and I had a situation where it's been like, we've been like, oh yeah, we went through this or we did this. And people are like, well, if you did that, you'll always like, your marriage is going to survive. And this was before we were married too. Yeah. Like we got married in 2022. So like really that was also, I was like, man, if we got through that.
And now we work together not just as actors on a daily basis, but also running our pet care business.
Yes. Side plug for Drew and Meredith Parker.
The best in the business.
Best in the business. And we take care of some of the best puppies and kitties in the world too. So we're very fortunate. But yeah, no, we are teammates in business. We're teammates in acting. We're teammates in life. Like dearest partner of greatness. Like it's hard for me to even say that line on stage when I read it in the letter and not just like laugh, because I'm like, yeah, that it brings a smile to my face. I guess I wouldn't say laugh. It brings a smile to my face because I'm like, yeah, absolutely. My dearest partner of greatness.
Look at us gushing over each other.
Yeah, we're kind of gross like that sometimes too. But yeah, no, I think this has been the biggest challenge for us in terms of just the only other time we played a couple was in a new work written by SRO favorite Sean Paraventi.
Yes.
Hi, Sean. Out at the Matrix in 2023.
I think it was our first show actually back.
Yes.
The first thing that we did acting together or acting individually. And for me, I think it had been 5 years.
Yeah, it had been, I think, 4 years for me. It was March of 2024. Yeah. And we had just moved back to Michigan in March of 2023. And yeah, and we had a very silly dynamic. They aged Drew up to be playing like a 70-year-old man, and I was playing, aged me down. I was playing like early 20s, and we were a very like ridiculous couple in that.
I think we covered everything.
Like, I think so. I was looking through this, and even the ones that we didn't really get to, I'm like, oh, but we
touched on that.
We touched on everything.
I'm auditioning to host podcasts, segues and things like that.
You're so much better than I am. Oh my gosh. But no, it's such a joy. The whole cast. I do want to touch on that. Like I'm really grateful for the group that we have. I'm grateful for everybody's really putting in so much work. And yeah, come see our show.
It's just a couple days away.
I know. We open on Thursday.
Yeah.
July 24th. And we run until August 3rd.
Yeah.
25 years, SRO. Come on out. Party with us.